Hey everyone and welcome. I'm back down here only a day later because I want to just keep rinsing these mites that I'm collecting off and return the bait that I'm using to continue collecting more and more, because even though it's only been a day, it does seem like the mites do appear to have continued to pile up on the bait that I've set out here for them. The bait that I'm using is a chunk of cantaloupe melon rind, and there was still some fleshy melon on there, but it does seem like over the past couple days since I originally placed those chunks of melon into the systems, they more or less stripped the better part of it off. So we'll return those chunks of melon after we've rinsed them off and gotten rid of the mites that are congregating on them. But I've also got some fresh replenishment, so I don't know how it's going to work, but it's I don't know, pineapple. What do you think? Will it work? I'm curious to see. I'm thinking that the high sugar content could very well work. So we're going to get these systems up on the bench, take a closer look, and after I rinse off the mites, we'll rebuild the baiting areas and introduce the pineapple. We'll begin with the VermiBag Tote. It's kind of hard to see what's going on here with the plastic in the way, and also because there's apparently a whole bunch of worms hanging out right there too. The worms have also taken quite a shine to the cantaloupe. But we don't want to rinse any of them down the drain, do we? We want to just rinse the mites off. So I'm going to do my best to try to get these little worms off of here. And then we'll take all these mites that I've gathered on here and rinse them down the drain. How's the back? Not quite as many. Definitely on the top surface, lots and lots of mites congregating in vast numbers. Ugh. I'm going to go rinse this thing off, but let me try to pick off a couple more of these worms. And you can still see there's a little bit of meaty, fleshy melon left on this rind. But there's also portions of it where they've stripped it pretty much clean. They're doing a great job. So previously I had seen mites collecting on the damp paper too, but at this point it seems like they're really only interested in the fruit. So I'm curious to see what kind of result we're going to get with the pineapple. So let's grab a couple chunks of that. See if we can even more so sweeten the deal over here. So I'm just going to do what I can to press it down a little bit, because like last time, I don't want to have this stuff hitting up against the plastic. I want the plastic down as low as possible so there's limited airflow around the edges, so that everything underneath the plastic stays nice and humid and damp without any airflow to help it dry out. And I think the dampness under there is also going to help contribute to the collection of mites, since they do favor the dampness. So all right, let's put this one back on the shelf and get the other system. Oddly enough, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but this system just doesn't seem to have as many worms coming up for the cantaloupe as we saw in the VermiBag Tote. Here, it's only mites, and so many of them. Just wondering how stuff looks on the paper. Looks like the paper could do with a rinse too, so we might as well take them both to the sink. And we don't have any worms to evict. It didn't seem like it was worthwhile to try to rinse off the paper on the other system, but this paper has a lot more mites on it. And I think that this system in general had a lot more mites in it too, so not too surprising that we're seeing a whole lot more of them here. So let me get this one rinsed off too, and we'll be done. So here too, it seems like there's still a little bit of the melon on here for the worms to continue gobbling away at. But I think it'll be interesting to see how they react to the pineapple. So let's get those last couple chunks of pineapple up here too. And now we've got our mite bait station reloaded on both African nightcrawler systems, and the saga continues. I wonder which will be more popular. I hope both are. It'd be nice to see a significant reduction of mites in both of these systems, and I'm sure both of these times that I've gathered a bunch and rinsed them will help, but it'll be, I guess, most telling when we ultimately put the bait back in and we don't have any more mites collecting. Then we'll know we've got the majority, if not all of them. All right, everyone, that's where we stand. So it continues. So like as always, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to leave me a thumbs up. That's always really appreciated. Please also consider subscribing to the channel too if you haven't done so. That's really appreciated as well. All right, everyone, have a great day. Bye now.